Well, I think undeniably the biggest challenge for women in the PR industry is when it comes to reaching a stage of your life where you want to have children and have the right flexibility, but still being able to do amazing strategic work and getting the right rewards to be able to do so.
If you want to have a career in PR and to get to the top, you've really got to think about how, as a woman, you're going to fit a family into that. That's frequently been the question that has come up when I have mentored other women in the workplace or through other schemes or the choices that I have made myself, is just thinking about what am I prepared to sacrifice for my career in terms of my family.
I think the biggest challenge for women in PR is probably the same as men, and it's juggling. I think that's always the case when you work in PR. I think what happens with women though, when you reach a certain age and you decide that maybe in your personal life you want to have children, that becomes a bigger juggling act.
It is difficult for a lot of people to manage flexible working. I would love to see more fathers go down to 3 or 4 days a week. I think there is a lot more that we can do to just provide that support network and make it feasible.
I think the biggest challenge facing women today is just about them having the confidence that they need to believe in themselves to succeed.
Longevity, sticking with the industry, which is a bit tough at times, through the different changes in their life and lifestyle. I think there's movement taking place where a more flexible approach to time and commitment is coming in.
I think unfortunately there are still more men at the top. I think it's something that most women would absolutely want to change if we can. I think unfortunately we don't actually know why that is the case still.
I think one of the big differences in the charity sector, which is where I've spent most of my career, is that you do see more women. I mean, the board that I sit on currently is exactly 50-50, 5 men and 5 women. So it's brilliant, and I think it makes for a great organisation to be able to have that reflection of the UK population as a whole sitting on the board of the British Heart Foundation.
Yes and no. I think actually there are certain instances where there are a lot of fantastic women at the top. I think it's easier for men to get to the top, and I think women still have a bit of a challenge on their hands to getting there. I think there are lots of well-documented issues sort of surrounding, but not just PR, but just generally getting women to more senior positions.
I think we'd be foolish to blame it always on a gender issue. Sometimes it's about choice. Sometimes women choose not to go to the top because they don't want all of the things that come with it. But equally, there are certainly barriers in the way of women reaching the top, and I think that needs to be addressed.
So I think the best piece of advice I've ever probably been given is to be myself and to believe in myself. It sounds kind of cliche and a lot of people say it, but I think that is true, and I think a lot of women do suffer with a lack of self-confidence, and I think you should never be ashamed or afraid to be who you are and to stand up for what you believe in.
The best piece of advice I've been given in my career is to be me. People buy me and that's who they want, and there should be no hiding away from that's what they're getting.
To actually just believe in yourself, because the only person who's going to hold you back is yourself. So have that belief and then you will achieve what you need to achieve.
Best piece of advice, be authentic.
I've been asked this question many times over my career, and actually probably it's nothing to do with being a woman. It's simply to do with people. That at the end of the day, it's all about building relationships and making sure that you maintain those relationships.